This makes me happy. This is why I want a girls' trip featuring some VPR, Summer House, and Southern Charm girls, because they all seem genuinely friendly with each other. I personally don't think Stassi and Katie will ever have a major falling out. Their friendship will ebb and flow. I'm 40, trust me, this happens in every friendship. But I do believe if either needed the other, they'd be there in a heartbeat. It's difficult to maintain close friendships with people when you have two small children. Honestly, it's hard to do anything else while you're in the stage of life where you're trying to keep toddlers alive. And Katie is in her hot girl era, which she deserves more than anyone, but they'll always be friends. Also, this thrills me because Lala must be frothing at the mouth with anger or rabies, since her attempts to spread blind items about Stassi being Team Lala didn't work. No way. Andy showing up is something. Is he in LA? Because from what I recall, he didn't even go to see her on Broadway. I'm glad people are showing up. I'm a fan, not a stan, but I do hope good things happen for Katie and Ariana after being with the Toms. Scheana is definitely going to go on her podcast next week and explain that the reason she wasn't there was because she has to take time for her family. Oh, and also here's a time Ariana wasn't there for her. I'm glad the reasonable explanation of "we still love each other, but just can't see each other a lot" appears to be true. Stassi may have her flaws, but her love for Katie, with a couple of notable exceptions, was her most redeeming quality to me. It's kind of a relief that she didn't choose Lala and force Katie away. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Spill Chronicles. It's me, Ramona, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. On the other hand, why do you think Scheana failed to be the main character? Vanderpump Rules just arrived on Netflix in my country. I couldn't resist and started to watch season 1 again. I can't stop thinking that everything in the first episodes was designed to make Scheana one of the main characters. Why and when do you think she failed to become the star of the show? Scheana was way too insecure and had a boring, self-involved personality. It can't always be about you, and she doesn't grasp that concept. Honestly, I think she just wasn't witty enough. If she'd been able to keep up with Stassi verbally, she would have basically run the show until it became clear that she has no loyalty to anyone or anything. Scheana had to create her own quips and repeat them endlessly. It's all happening. Whereas Stassi threw bangers out there left and right without needing to shove it down our throats and are still quotable to this day. You can't be the main character if you don't pick a lane. Be the hero or the villain and accept your fate, then run with it. Unfortunately, a people pleaser can't be a main character, as you'll always be bouncing around in the background. Because she's not very smart. She does a lot of things that are easy to make fun of. She's so self-absorbed, she doesn't know how to look at herself from the audience's perspective. So she just makes herself look like a fool 24/7. She's also weak and has no backbone. She couldn't even end a friendship with the guy who cheated on one of her best friends for months on end. That is not a good person, in my opinion. Her desperation to be liked can be smelled from miles away, and it's truly pathetic. Part of the reason I liked Stassi so much was that she didn't care about what people thought of her, and she was a loyal friend. Because Stassi exists, Stassi can be a bit self-absorbed and conceited in that first season, but she's self-aware too. She has a wit and charm that make you laugh at her comments and kind of root for her whether you want to or not. When she came back in the next few seasons, you could see her actually growing as a person. She had interests other than herself. She cared about her friends' problems without making it about her. If you had told me in season 1 that Stassi was a murderino who loved horror and was a bit of a nerd, I wouldn't have believed you. But it was cool seeing her develop, and she's so watchable. Add Jax and Kristen being so chaotic, and it's easy to forget Scheana. However, will Scheana be as upset about losing Ariana as a friend as she was with Tom? Will she cry as much over Ariana as she did over Tom? If it means getting TV time, then yes. That's the only answer. Her life revolves around TV and storylines, so she'll grovel for Ariana's friendship if it makes for good TV. But if Ariana isn't on the show, Scheana will throw shade and act like it's Ariana's fault they're not friends. She'll take the opposite approach. It still gets her airtime. I've never seen Scheana act like her female friendships truly matter to her. When there's a fight, she digs in deeper. I can't recall a single apology or resolution conversation when she has conflicts with women. The conflicts usually just fade away when the other women give in, and they start acting nice again. It always seems like neither side thinks it's worth it to be friends or enemies. They just get bored of the conflict, move on, and act nice again. According to her latest podcast, she's still friends with Ariana. I don't think she realizes that she ruined the friendship and that Ariana will probably never see her the same way. That being said, Scheana will blame Ariana for the end of their friendship and will only cry about it to make herself seem like the victim and Ariana the villain. I'm sure she'll also try to blame Katie for driving a wedge between them. You can be sure that if there's an opportunity for her to play the victim, she'll take it. That's a basic programmed response from Scheana. We saw this exact behavior when Scheana was briefly besties with Katie, Kristen, and Stassi, causing Ariana to distance herself. I think it lasted about one season before Scheana felt left out by the other three, and she and Ariana became close again. I'm rewatching the show, and Scheana's biggest issue is wanting everyone to like her and being willing to be friends with anyone who is nice to her. And I know that sounds like a good thing, but she takes it to an extreme. For example, yeah, he has a domestic violence charge and left his kids, but he likes me. Or, so he had an affair with my best friend's best friend, but he got me a sound guy. To some extent, this will depend on how broke Tom is. Ariana wouldn't want him having access to her personal life while he's still trying to fit in for guys' night and get film time with the Toms. So far, it seems Tom can just tag along with Scheana and Ariana, making himself comfortable discussing and lecturing on very personal situations for Ariana. Additionally, Jax's old modeling page. I'm not even sure how I ended up here. He and Tom Schwartz used to be so attractive, but both have aged terribly due to their drug and alcohol habits and unpleasant personalities. Schwartz was so hot. Objectively, he hasn't aged that badly. We just now know he's a piece of work, and he looks old standing next to his girlfriend, who looks like she just graduated high school. His ex-wife, on the other hand, has shed 180 pounds of dead weight in their divorce. Her glow-up has been insane, lol. I agree with you though, he was gorgeous and hasn't aged badly at all. Thankfully, he hasn't filled his face with fillers and Botox like Jax has. Moreover, opinions on Lala. I'm not here to defend Scheana, but as she's mentioned herself, she's highly influenced by others, and Lala seems to have a constant presence in her life. There are occasions where their viewpoints align perfectly, like when Lala refers to Ariana walking off camera as a slap in the face, and Scheana echoes the sentiment on her podcast. It's peculiar how Lala has become so closely linked to Scheana, even buying 2 houses nearby. It's as if she doesn't want Scheana out of her sight, potentially isolating her. It seems wherever Scheana goes, Lala follows closely, almost as if she's trying to prevent Scheana from interacting with Ariana and repairing their friendship. I almost wish Scheana was part of the group without Lala to see how differently things might play out. Let's face it, Lala isn't really friends with the Valley cast, but Scheana is. Lala likely sees being on the show as another revenue stream and a way to expand her empire. I genuinely believe Lala has negatively influenced Ariana and Scheana's friendship. Lala's insecurity drives her desire for Scheana's exclusive friendship, making it difficult for Scheana to maintain friendships with both Lala and Ariana simultaneously. The same dynamic applies with Katie. I doubt this is the first time they've confided in each other off-camera, yet Lala's negative comments about Scheana likely haven't been aired. Lala was probably upset when Katie defended Ariana against her during the girls' night, leading to their conflict this season. In the early episodes, Lala correctly senses that Ariana isn't fond of her. Feeling rejected, Lala reacts defensively. Even when Katie and Lala reconcile after the sperm party, Lala expresses feelings of neglect because Katie is spending time with Ariana. Lala's insecurity drives these reactions, possibly without her full awareness. I should clarify that I don't believe Lala's actions are deliberate or malicious. I think she genuinely cares about Scheana, but her insecurities make her clingy. These are just my scattered thoughts. Regarding your point, I understand your perspective, but I don't entirely agree. Scheana often portrays herself as a victim. She spends a significant portion of the season lamenting her inability to talk to Ariana about Tom and losing him as a friend. While losing a friend is tough, it's perplexing to feel sorry for oneself because of a lack of communication with Ariana. She discusses her feelings with Ariana multiple times on the show, yet continues to lament the lack of communication. And about the Dancing with the Stars issue, I believe Scheana would inevitably encounter problems with Ariana due to jealousy, as she tends to make everything about herself. On the other hand, filming for Something About Her, I noticed the guy with the camera on Terry Maloney's Instagram story. I wonder if Bravo is shooting something for their opening sequence. It's possible they're capturing footage for flashback scenes in the upcoming season. When the show returns, they might include clips of what the cast members have been up to during the break. Considering they've already mentioned seeing Ariana at the airport, maybe next season will focus on the ladies' successes. Production might pitch it as a way to entice Ariana back into the fold. It's unlikely she'll return for another round of season 11, and she probably has enough leverage to make some demands at this point. Plus, production must be aware of how pleased fans are to see the women getting along on Something About Her. Additionally, an overview of SA8. Let's delve into the allure of VPR locations and their draw for fans. There's SUR, revered by Bravo aficionados as the ultimate destination. It's where the love affair with OG goat cheese balls began. Then there's Pump, and now Tom Tom. A journey through a sidecar riding, early life crisis kind of fun. And who can forget Shards and Shambies? Jax's peculiar pop-up bar site? Love it or loathe it, you're going to claim you've been there. But here's the catch. While all these spots start buzzing around 10 p.m., where will all those VPR enthusiasts grab lunch? It's not a trivial matter. LFU, it's Something About Her. They'll be winding down their day while others are still chasing dollars. It's Friday, so perhaps I could have presented a clearer argument. But bravo, ladies, it's time to step into that lane and serve the fans an exceptional sandwich. Also, I was perusing the menu, and aside from the scrumptious sandwiches, there's an option to transform any sandwich into a salad, an excellent choice for those steering clear of carbs. I genuinely hope SA flourishes. I've been planning an LA restaurant crawl for some time now, and SUR and SA are definitely on my list. Moreover, searching for Ariana's finale earrings. Could anyone assist me in locating Ariana's earrings from the Kyle Chan party? I found some similar ones, but none quite match hers. They have a Barbie-esque vibe that I adore. Regarding the earrings, they resemble the Jenny Bird Gold and Silver interlocking puffy hoop earrings available at Nordstrom. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.